Drew Cannoli here. I'm with John Parker. We're glad you're with us today. We want to talk to you about the Pagg stack and this 4-hour body, slow carb diet, and all that other stuff that we're dealing with, right?
All right, guys, I want to explain what Pagg actually stands for. So first being Policosanol. Next we have ALA, or alpha-lipoic acid. After that, we're going to green tea flavanols, followed by basic garlic extract. Okay, I'm going to explain Policosanol to you. So, what Timothy Ferriss was actually looking for with the Policosanol is a way to lower his LDL and raise his HDL. Okay, this is for his blood cholesterol levels. Starting out about over 220 or so, he ended in about the 140 range. And he did this with this supplement, okay, Policosanol. About 10 to 25 milligrams per day. And it actually did decrease his LDL while raising his HDL.
So it's something that you would recommend as well?
You know what, I would recommend trying it out, at least for a couple weeks, just to make sure that you're good to take it. Actually, he took it right before bed, and right before bed was the time best to take it because that's when you increase your cholesterol levels most, at nighttime. Cholesterol being the precursor to testosterone in the human body.
Yeah, which is why I take handfuls of Brazil nuts before I go to bed and when I get up. You read
Absolutely.
that in the 4-hour body as well?
I did.
So let me tell you guys a little bit about John Parker, who's actually explaining what's going on here. He actually is Policosanol certified, so he knows this stuff, the ins and the outs of it. So a very credible source when it comes to dealing with supplements. Next, let's talk about alpha-lipoic acid. Okay, I don't have any certification, guys. I'm not a doctor, so I just want you to know that. But I have been taking alpha-lipoic acid for a while. And what it's done for me is I kind of look like it as the bouncer in my body. Okay, I take vitamin C, vitamin E in the food that I drink. I do a lot of juicing. You guys have probably seen those videos. And what happens with the alpha-lipoic acid is it actually comes in as like the bouncer or the teammate of vitamin C and E. It pushes them and it helps them out. Like that team player on the basketball team that passes them the ball. So it's going to spike up your levels and all types of other nutrients that it's going to do for you as well. It helps control your blood sugar, which is crazy. Like if you're trying to lose weight, alpha-lipoic acid is great for that. And it controls your insulin as well.
So actually, guys, also it's great for people with type 2 diabetes. So he's right, it is like the bouncer, it is the usher. It actually regulates our insulin sensitivity, great for type 2 diabetes, anyone who suffers from that. It's also great for the effects that we want from it. Okay, we do not want our blood sugar to spike. We don't want that blood sugar to be stored as fat in our body. Okay, instead we're ushering it to our muscles. We have energy in our muscles, we have more time, more energy to work out in the gym, becoming successful here, changing our bodies on the outside. We recommend this as a supplement instead of getting it from things like organ meat or eating meat from any animal with the substance in it, because it's much easier for us to do this rather than eat pounds of organ meat all day long.
And you can get it anywhere. I mean, you don't have to buy the stack. You can actually break it down and order alpha-lipoic acid on Amazon for like $10. So it's simple and easy to do. Next up, what is it, green tea?
We have green tea flavanols.
Yes, flavanols.
Yeah, actually, green tea is amazing for you. I'm sure you already know the benefits of it. It has an active ingredient, EGCG. I've been taking this supplement actually for years. I originally started because I knew that it mobilized triglycerides in the bloodstream. Basically, Drew, it burns fat. It burns fat in the gym. And
boosts the metabolism up.
Exactly, it boosts the metabolism without kind of spiking you like with the caffeine from coffee or something.
Yeah.
It's not going to give you that caffeine burst, but it's also going to spare that muscle glycogen again that we were just talking about. So we're going to have much more energy, burn fat at the same time.
And I love green tea too, guys, because the flavanols in green tea are actually good for your brain. It's one of the best things for your brain. I drink it, 5 or 6 green teas a day, speeds up my metabolism, and then I also take it in pill form every once in a while too, if I'm trying to cut back from the coffee or the espressos or what have you.
And that's great also, Drew. It's a very, very potent antioxidant. So in green tea, I love it. I love drinking it daily, just like Drew, going to friends, drinking it, because I know it's good for me. Now, when you take the supplement, about 325 milligrams per day, it's like drinking about 5 cups. So you're really getting a blast from it. I see no side effects from it. I actually really enjoy it and the way that it makes me feel and makes me look.
Yeah, totally. So then next up, after green tea, we have garlic, okay? And garlic is something that, you've been cooking with for a while when you were over in Spain.
A long time.
Yeah, and I cook with it all the time as well. It's a natural antibiotic. It's completely amazing for your system. What are some of the reasons Tim Ferriss was actually using garlic in the 4-hour body?
You know what? Like you were saying, people have been cooking with garlic for a very, very long time, especially in the Mediterranean area. And they're some of the longest living people on earth. Therefore, I've always used it in my cooking also. I enjoy the flavor. I love it.
So that is the Pagg stack. Real quick, guys, let's talk about a couple of supplements that Parker and I take as well with the Pagg stack. If you're a starter, you're just working out, you want to gain muscle mass, one of the things that I recommend, one of the things that I started out taking was creatine monohydrate.
Creatine monohydrate.
Creatine, my Michigan accent's coming out, but creatine monohydrate. Tell them the benefits of that.
Okay, so guys, actually our bodies do create creatine every single day. We get about 3 and 5 grams naturally. Basically what creatine does, it keeps our muscles producing energy, ATP, adenosine triphosphate. But when you're supplementing it, Drew, you're actually getting about 10 grams per day. So instead of that 3 grams, you're getting an extra 10. So that's about 13. That's about triple the ATP production.
Yeah.
So explain what that does while you're lifting.
Well, basically it gives your ATP is your energy source. It's like the power plant. 95% of your body produced is the ATP in your body. So the creatine is going to give you more energy. It's going to put a little bit of water weight in your muscles as well.
Yeah, intracellular water weight.
Yeah,
exactly.
So you're going to look bigger. And when you go off this stuff, it's going to flush out. You're going to lose a little bit of weight, but the muscle strength will hopefully be there. It'll increase your strength by about 30% too.
Yeah,
from what I've seen.
Exactly. So with that intracellular water inside those muscle fibers, you will be much stronger while you're in the gym. You will look a little bloated, have a lot of water retention inside, but the benefit of that is you're going to gain a lot more muscle while you're on it. When you go off of it, you'll lose that water weight, and that's when we want to maintain the strength by still lifting heavy, lifting consistently, and keeping everything going in the same way before we stop taking the supplement.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's creatine monohydrate. Next up, we wanted to talk about
beta-alanine. Beta-alanine
right.
Actually is relatively new to me. I started taking it a couple months ago and I've absolutely loved it. And what it does, it serves as a buffer of lactic acid. So while we're lifting, while we're using this ATP, our body produces lactic acid. It's kind of the waste, like the exhaust from gasoline in a car. Okay, so the more of that we accumulate, the less energy that we have. So beta-alanine buffering it lets us continue to exercise during our weights and our cardio.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that I've been taking for a while too, real simple, is just calcium and magnesium supplement with my multivitamin. Go out, it'll increase your energy. I really feel probably 20 to 30% increase in energy when I take calcium and magnesium before I go to the gym. So something real simple that you can do.
Yeah, guys, it's one of those supplements we don't get enough of just from our daily foods. I like to get most of my nutrients while just eating very healthy.
Yeah.
A lot of salads, a lot of raw food, but still we don't always get exactly what we need. So Drew's absolutely right. A little supplement will go a long way, something like calcium and magnesium in your diet.
Yeah, a lot of, the baby boomers, we're starting something soon called Bodies for Boomers. And essentially, they think, a lot of them have osteoporosis. It's just a thing. Their bones start to decay. The older that you get, some stuff really starts to happen. So they think by drinking more milk, milk from cows are going to get more calcium. And that's completely the wrong way to go, I would say. So
yeah, after we're babies, we don't need milk as much as people may think you do. I mean, really, that's what milk is for. It's for a baby, okay?
Yeah.
So we're adults now. We're in the gym. We're working out. What we want to do to prevent something like osteoporosis is continue to stress our bones from things like resistance training. Also with the supplementation as well.
Yeah.
Okay? So lots of calcium. Also good sources, from dairy foods like yogurt.
Yeah, totally.
Along with yogurt, we get into probiotics.
And
Want to talk about that, Drew?
Absolutely. Probiotics I've been taking for a couple years now. I take something called green Vibrance, and there's all types of different things that you can take. It's one of the best things that I've noticed for my energy and overall well-being, that I can take. I take a scoop in the morning. Sometimes I'll have one in the afternoon and at night. It's a mixture of greens. You got your blue-green algae, you got your kale, you got your spirulina, all this types of probiotics that will literally go in your system and start cleaning up the free radicals that you have. So it cleans up the waste in your body.
And that's great to mention. I'm glad you mentioned that. We have all that bacteria that the probiotics help inside of our intestines. People don't realize this. About 95% of our immune system is all in our intestines. Okay, so what I want to mention about that is all you people taking antibiotics, be careful about that. So when you're taking antibiotics, we're killing off all the bacteria inside of our body. Although it may make us feel better, we're weakening our immune system even more. So the importance of adding things like yogurt, probiotics, these greens that Drew is speaking about, are very important, especially when you're getting sick, okay? You want to keep all those little guys healthy down the intestines, keep ourselves healthy. We're all a big team, guys.
Yep, totally. So let's just, let's wrap it up, you guys. So this is it. We've gone through the Pagg stack, some other supplements that you can take right away. This has been great. Hopefully you got a lot of information. If you didn't write this down, I encourage you to watch the video again. Go ahead and write out what you should be taking. These are some really good supplements for starters. Forward this video to your friends. Let them know what you think, and people will definitely start to see the changes in your life, in your health, and overall well-being. So it's been fun. Thank you.
Thanks.